It was to be an outdoor restaurant, and we started the program started at 4 o'clock. It was one of those early reservations. I got there a little bit late at 4:30, and as soon as I sat down at the larger table, I realized it was a little larger group than I had anticipated. And I made a bad mistake. Instead of sitting down, I should have stood up and walked back, got in my car, and drove back to my house. Instead, I chose to sit there with my wife and a number of other couples that were outside the household. And you can quibble about the guidelines, et cetera, but the spirit of what I'm preaching all the time was contradicted, and I got to own that. And so I want to apologize to you because I need to preach and practice, not just preach and not practice. And I've done my best to do that. We're all human. We all fall short sometimes. We've been out, and I think for 3 times since, in fact, I know it's been 3 times because I remember all of those dinners very, very vividly since February, just 3 times. Twice with my wife, by myself, outdoors, and then this one occasion with a larger group. And there were just a few extra people there than the spirit of what I am promoting. And so if we're going to minimize mixing, you got to own up to that. So I just want folks to know that. Paid for our dinner, and we had an early dinner, but didn't matter. I shouldn't have been there. I should have turned back around. And so when that happens, you pay the price, but you also own the mistake, and you don't ever make it again. And you have my word on that. And just know this has not been a practice I've indulged in the past. I take it very seriously, what we are promoting, and have been doing so for many, many months. And you should expect nothing less of me, and I expect more from myself. And you have that commitment in my resolve in that respect as well. So when I say minimize mixing, I mean it. But again, COVID fatigue is exhausting.
California has been more proactive and more restrictive than most states in the country. And I'm wondering what you think isn't working, the fact that we do see these case numbers increasing so much. And on the issue of the dinner, what do you say to California residents who say, this is do as I say, not as I do?
Just rewind the tape, and what I said is that I was wrong. We have to do more and do better to model better behavior.
Hi, Governor. I realize you have apologized for attending the birthday celebration at the French Laundry, and you say that you made a bad mistake. But are you worried that, given that, people are going to take the advice that you're giving them today less seriously? I mean, are you worried that your actions have made it less likely people will see you as a moral authority on COVID?
Yeah, I am. So that's why you have to own it, and you have to be forthright. And doing my best every single day and trying to model better behavior. And so I made one mistake. I should have just gotten up from this table because there were a few extra people than should have been and left. And so you own that, you move on, and you continue to do the work that you were sent here to do.
They're really showing themselves to do really well. Come on, man.